Sorry.
I feel like if he would have did it behind closed doors, him going online trying to put her on blast was not the way to go. I mean, what she did wasn't okay either, but the way that he went about handling it wasn't okay either. But
yeah.
Especially because he knows that, like, her platform.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
and then before, like, I saw the video of her outfit, I'm thinking the outfit is going to be, like, OD bad. And I'm like...
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
I've seen way worse.
You go to the steakhouses, you see stuff worse than that. So,
it definitely wasn't terrible.
You know, but like Shelley said, like, he should have just... Like, real men, just handle your business behind the door. Don't put your woman out there, like... You're supposed to protect her. That wasn't no form of protection. That was just like, I'm mad. I'm letting the whole world know. And I'm like,
And now he's dating somebody else, and he's like talking about he's focusing on his acting career.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm lost. He's dating somebody else now?
Yeah, they're not together anymore. It just came out.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right then.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, that was quick.
Back to the streets. Keep
Right.
going.
Like,
live your life, baby.
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to Hypothetically Podcast. It's your girl, Shelly.
This is Gene, J-23.
And we have a special guest with us today.
Special.
You want to introduce yourself? Go ahead, girl.
Hi, guys. I'm Shellz. I don't know what else y'all want me to say about myself. So I am a podcaster.
Yes.
My podcast is called the Millenniher Podcast.
Yes.
Shout out to my co-host, Ari. We have 3 seasons.
Wow.
I've been podcasting for about 8 years now.
The OG, yo.
And
he couldn't wait to use that.
I had to.
so yeah, I kind of been producing too. So I stepped into my producer bag for podcasting. So yeah, so I'm just here to talk about real stuff.
There we go.
A little history with Shellz. We grew up together.
Huh?
Yeah, we went to the same church. This is my girl. And I don't know if you ever got there, but a lot of people used to question me and ask me if we were like sisters.
All the time.
They was like, are you Shellz or are you sisters? MOC.
MOC?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you're part of the drama club.
Hey, yo.
People used to either mistake me for Shellz or they used to ask me if I'm her sister, if I'm her cousin. I'm like, we have no type of relations. We just both light skin.
And then we got locks.
Oh, yeah.
And then our names are similar. It's like Shellz and Shellz.
Yeah, so we got a lot of confusion. But this is my girl from back in the day.
We go way back. Way back.
So, how are you? How you been?
I'm good.
How's life?
Life has been lifing. Adulting has been adulting. I hate it here, but you know, I woke up this morning, so I'm happy about that.
That's what's up.
You gotta be grateful.
You gotta be thankful.
So we usually do check-ins. So, Gene, you want to start? You want to let Cheryl start?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Just a little under the weather. Specifically, don't worry about it. It's not contagious. It's not COVID. It's not no shit like that. I barely get
that
sick.
elderberry.
Listen, this is the first time I felt like this in like 2 years, so I'm doing okay.
That's
so
good.
I'm fine. Yeah. So other than that, I'm good. Just still figuring out the equipment. Again, I said on my solo pod, I'm not upgrading my laptop. I don't care. Y'all can kiss my ass because that takes money. That's like $2,500.
How old is your laptop?
Why you have to ask that question?
How old is your laptop?
It's 13 years old. Okay, so it doesn't matter. But I upgraded it.
It still got the CD. Oh, I didn't even see that. It still got the.
Hey.
No, but Max be lasting a long time though. So
Really?
I didn't even see that. It still had the CD on the thing on the side.
So MOC versus the corner. I got you. No problem.
not MOC versus the corner.
We're not even going to do that.
This.
I got you.
We're not even going to do
It's
that.
13 years old. Yes, it has a DVD drive. But it's my baby. It's been doing what it's doing. But, you know, sometimes it does get a little glitchy. So,
A little?
again.
Oh my! What's up with this shade?
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Listen, y'all don't understand. Let me tell you.
it's me
That's what I'm
doing
saying. It's
the shade.
usually him.
But I don't know if you all know.
That is hilarious.
You showing out. I get it.
But can we shout out the fact that I'm here and Pac is in the back?
Yes.
She love
That's
her some
Pac.
Pac.
I love me some Pac.
That's my favorite rapper of all time, baby.
Same here.
Yes.
All right. How was your week, Shellz?
It was cool. What did I do? Just been working as usual.
Word.
Been doing some stuff for the pod behind the scenes. And
So are you guys currently in season or you guys are off season?
so we're off season,
Okay.
but our season 3 is about to, the remaining half of season 3 is about to drop. So I'm doing like all the post work.
Oh, okay.
Also, we're getting ready to speak at a festival, a podcast festival. So look
Where's
out for
that?
that. I don't know if I could drop the details
Okay.
just yet.
Well, let us know. We'll post it on our page.
It's
and-
somewhere in America.
Yeah,
guys.
somewhere in
Don't worry about
America.
it. Somewhere in America, you get the details.
We got to do some producing.
Nice.
And yeah, we just been doing the groundwork.
Well,
So
definitely
what-
let us
what-
know about that.
So what was the if you can think back 8 years ago or whenever your platform started, either or, what made you get into podcasting?
So originally, my two friends, they was just like, we need a female that know hip hop and that could talk
More.
a lot.
Right.
So we want to start a podcast, and we think you'll be a good fit for it. So at that time, I was on a podcast, and we covered mental health, entertainment, and hip hop. After that, my co-host was starting her own podcast about like motherhood and just like mental health. And she would reach out to me for advice about like equipment or like how to start a podcast. And I would just give her advice on how to start a podcast. So then eventually I ended up leaving the other podcast that I was in. And while helping her, she was just like, yo, we might as well just team up and start our own. So that's how the Millenniher Podcast was born. And then we both decided, it was just like, what will be our target audience? And we're just like, we're millennials. And then we're just like, but we want a black female perspective. So that's why we called it Millenniher.
That's a nice name.
Did it take a while to come up with that name?
I really don't remember, but I know that like we did go through a couple names, but once we decided on that, we was just like, yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
That's what's up.
And it was also around the time of the Millennium Tour, so it just flew.
Millennium Tour, who's that?
With Omarion and
The Pretty Boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty Boys. That's cool.
Yep.
That's what's up. Oh, good to know. Good to know. I'm always interested in see why people start their platform because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of everybody. I don't think there's podcasts that I don't like, except for the other dumb shit that's out there. We know what that is, but but other than that, that's awesome. That's an awesome way of getting that. So 8 years. That's you triple OG out here.
Facts.
Thank you. And y'all gonna be right where I'm at.
Oh yeah, we ain't stopping. Trust me, this shit costs too much money for me to stop. So
My week has been eventful. I just got back from Canada on Wednesday.
On the 6th.
Spent a few days out there, and I'm not gonna get into details, but it was very eventful. My parents, I will not be traveling with ever again because that was just traumatizing, and I'm good. Like it was a one and done. I'm okay. I had fun with them, but next time I'm gonna just send them by themselves. But yeah, my summer's coming to an end. The boys move in next week, so just been preparing for that headache. But I have one more vacation left, and then I'm back inside. So.
Nice. And where you going for vacation?
Los Cabos for a wedding. For a wedding, that cost me. That cost me my. Usually people say an arm and a leg. That cost me my whole body because that was expensive.
Is that Cabos
in Mexico?
Mexico.
Right? And now is that on the
California
east
side?
California
side. So like going there was like it said like 4 hours and 38 minutes, and coming back is like 6 hours.
Non-stop?
Non-stop. Okay. I don't like doing. Yeah. I ain't stopping. I'm going to JFK for that. I refuse to stop. So.
I feel you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be lit,
girl. Listen.
You can end the summer with a bang.
Okay.
Because these months have been flying.
Today is freezing outside.
I thought I was the only one.
It was freezing outside?
It was cold. Right now, it's cold outside.
Oh, right now. I thought.
Earlier.
Right now. Earlier was it was manageable, but right now, like if I could wear a jacket, I would definitely wear a jacket.
This weather is a piece of
August,
shit
though,
right now. So,
I feel like I'm in September.
Yeah. August is the new September. September's the new October.
That was a little wild.
That's just how it's been, man. And shout out to global warming.
I was just about to say that climate change is real.
They told us, man. We're fucking up out here. They told us
climate change is so real.
Yeah, man. It's definitely real.
So I have a question. I always got a question.
What's up?
So Shellz, I follow your social media. I still see that the people that we grew up with, you're still friends with. So is that like your set group, or are you like as an adult, are you still making friends or are you like building connections? Like, I feel like there's a difference between building connections or making friends. So do you feel like with the group that you have, like Christina, Eunice, Carla, is that like your set, or do you still like make friends as an adult?
I feel like as an adult, it's hard to make friends. Usually the people that I hang out with is like my A1 day ones, knew me and seen me in multiple facets of my life. If anything, it's more so networking. It's very rare to make friends. I would say the last friend I probably made was in grad school, and we graduated in 2021. And I could honestly call her my friend. But other than that, it's just straight connections.
What'd you get your matches in? Sidebar.
Oh, social work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. That's my sleeping.
I was just about to say.
Time to go to sleep.
That's my bedtime alarm. But yeah, okay. I feel like it is. I agree with you. It definitely is harder to make friends as an adult because, like, you've been through so much, and you like you don't know if you really want to trust this person, if you really want to put yourself out there and start that whole process over again. It's just a lot,
and people just be weird.
Very weird.
Like very weird.
I don't blame you. Yeah, very weird. So,
Gene, I know you have your set.
Yeah, of course, I got my set. You know, me and my niggas, we've been down 30 years. Wow. So, but I think. And I'm going to say something, I don't want to offend y'all.
Oh, my God.
But I think for women, it's harder for y'all to make new friends. And this is just a man's outside opinion. You can correct me if you want, because I feel like y'all just too damn catty with each other. Y'all too petty with each other. Y'all too territorial about each other. Like, I've seen my women friends fight over who has time with a particular friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you sound like a custody battle right now. Like, I met this bitch first, and then now she hanging out with her, but me and her used to hang out, and I don't talk to her, and now she talking. I'm like, I'm confused because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But, and again, that's not a general blanket statement. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's just what I see as a man. But, because with guys, it's easy for us to become friends, and it's easy for us not to fuck with each other either. Like, because, men are going to, like, if you had a serious falling out, y'all going to fight. Or y'all gonna talk shit about each other on site or some shit like that. And, that's probably not the best way to handle it. Because men are, we suppress our emotion when we get our feelings hurt.
Right.
But I feel it's like making friends as men. We just do it. That's it. Like, we see each other. And I don't really consider it as making friends.
Right.
Okay.
I just know you.
Okay.
Like, I might see you at a party.
So
you
what
a
does
cool
it,
dude. Like, oh, what's up? Like, all right,
so what
keep
does
moving.
it take to call someone your friend?
I'm going to sound a little shallow, but if I can borrow you money and I know I'm going to get it back, you're my friend.
Okay.
And I know that's very...
That's a real thing,
It could be kiddish. It could be... You could call me immature. But I'll be honest with you. If I can't trust you... If I give you $500 and I got to think about it, then I got a problem.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, all right, I fucked up because I might not get this. I might get this in installments, like $20 payments for the next 3 years. Like, this ain't it.
The one thing about me
nice
is I
hate
even
giving them
right.
I hate owing money. Like, if that's on my shoulder, that junk is the most annoying thing.
It's so annoying.
So, like I said,
I'd rather starve.
Listen.
Yeah, I've been 20, 30 years deep with my friends. I know I can hand them $5,000 and I'll get it back some other way. I ain't gotta find them or hawk them or whatever. Some niggas I ain't giving money to.
Some friends too, like when they be like, "Oh, can I borrow?" You just like, "Yo, you good." I know I'm not gonna get it.
You're terrible with money.
Yeah,
man.
I know I'm not gonna get it back. So don't even ask me to borrow. Just tell me, "Can I have?"
Right,
like,
exactly.
Right. And then they'll be mad when you tell them no.
And then they be mad when you asking them for it back, like it ain't your money.
It's my money.
Like. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Yeah,
so I think with women, y'all have more challenges because ego steps in and cattiness and
I agree.
Mean girl syndrome and all that other stuff, and it's just like, I
also feel like you don't really know someone until you traveled with them.
Oh,
girl, talk about it.
Because the friendship circle with you testing on the fly out.
I used to see posters about like, oh, when we go to Miami with this group and you come back by yourself, and like, I went on vacation
again.
with friends, and I'm like, yeah, we could be friends, but we're not going on a trip together.
Because that would really show someone their true colors.
That's different.
Okay, so what be happening on these trips? Have y'all ever experienced that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so without saying no names, nobody from MOC. What happened on the particular trip that made you say like, all right, I'm not doing it again with these women again.
It honestly depends. I just feel like if you're in a confined space with people for a long period of time, you see people's true colors and personalities.
Right.
So like it depends on like your mood to travel. For example, I'm a type person, I travel, I'm down for whatever because I'm there to have a good time.
Exactly.
You got that one person that wants to sleep or wants to just like
hey, don't come for the sleepers because I need a nap.
They came to vacation just to sleep. Then you got that one person that literally wants to turn up 24/7. Wake up, it's like 6 a.m. They still trying to go to the next spot.
Listening to Sexy Red, but yeah.
And then you have that one person that like
the mood is off.
Or they're arguing with their man. Or they got some drama going on at home. And then you just have that one person who is needy. Like, meaning, like, if this person wasn't with you, you don't know. They would have got kidnapped. Something would have happened.
Okay.
So I feel like it's the different personalities.
No, I definitely agree with Shellz. It's definitely the different personalities. But me, I'm the sleeper. I need a nap. I'm down for everything. I'm down to get lit. I'm down to go out. I just need like 30 minutes. Once I get about 30 minutes, but I'm not first of all, I'm not the type to sleep in late. Like on vacation, I'm up when the sun's up. Like I'm watching the sunrise. Like I'm down when the sun set. I'm up the whole day. I just need like 30. Even if I'm on the beach, I just need like 30 minutes.
But it ain't nothing wrong with taking a nap. I'm talking about that person that's I don't want to go out. I'm going to stay in. And it's like, you could have did that in Jersey.
Right.
I think what really kills it too is like before like the hype of the group chat, like everybody's like, yeah, we're gonna do this, and then you get there and it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Like you just did a whole 360 on me, or I'm not gonna do this, or like the one that argued with her boyfriends, I'm not gonna pay him no mind. As soon as we get to the airport, you arguing like you just said you're not gonna pay him no mind. Like what is going on? But I think for me, I recently experienced, I went on 2 trips I had one group and another group. Yeah. And it was just like the energy was off and I'm just like, what just happened? Like, I don't know. And then I get annoyed quick. I have no patience. I get annoyed quick and it shows on my face. So once I get in that mode, it's just like, all right, I'm leaving you and I'm gonna just go do what I gotta do. Cause I'm not about to sit here. I pay mad money for this. I'm not about to sit here mad. So you making me mad, I'm gonna leave you. You can find me when you calm down.
Like you sound like my best friend. My best friend always be like, Cheryl, somebody always blowing your shit. I'm like, because I get annoyed so easy.
Just one thing to throw things off. So
and I can't hide it off of my face. Like once I'm annoyed, you gonna know that I'm annoyed.
I just find it so amazing how it just happens with women a lot. It happens with men too. But you don't hear it.
Women is more often.
Yeah, you don't hear it too often. Like I've never seen it like within the circles that I know. Within even my own circles and the other circles, I've never seen it because fellas, niggas.
I mean, y'all the same thing even when it comes to fighting. Like y'all fight one day and then y'all dap it up.
Like I fought my friends before. Like we had pure fist fights, but I love those niggas too. Like and nobody's gonna fight them before I fight them. Like no, you can't fight them because we gonna fuck you up. Like it's just stuff like that. But I just always find it how catty and. I don't want to say catty because I don't want to sound like a guy, but I just always find it like this girls just find a way to like claw at each other. But I can also tell like the pure sisterhoods, like your pure friendships, like your day ones, like your
those are very
very rare, like very rare.
You think it's rare?
Oh yeah, women. I know. I think it's rare. I got women friends who literally change best friends like. A lease of a car, like it just switch. I know very few friends that have been friends. Like you guys, y'all are one of the rare groups that I've seen that stayed together. Yeah. Like when I see you at the weddings, I'm like, oh look at that, it looks like
we always gotta take our pic.
Y'all look like, and y'all all look the same. I'm just like, I remember when we were all young, but it's very rare that I see like very a group. Rare. Yeah. I'm saying it as in the sense of like there's like friendships that have like the 1 or 2 that stay, but like a group, like y'all have a group. It's rare that it's like 4 or 5 that are like still friends.
Right. Facts. Yeah, I probably know like probably 2 sets of women who are just like always with each other. Yeah. You find one with the other, or they on vacation, they doing dinner dates, and they doing all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful, but I don't see it too often. And then I also know women who change friends like they in this circle. They in that circle, they in that side of town, they in this side of town. And
but you know what I realized about myself? I feel like I'm like the friend plug. in a way of where I always connect people and then they end up forming their own friendship.
Friendship, man. That makes sense.
That's happened multiple times.
You're like the person that you could be placed in any spot and you're gonna be good. You won't be like awkward, because some people, they can't be placed in certain environments. Like me, I could adapt. Like if you put me somewhere, my social media will run out, but I can also like finesse it where I'm like, okay, let me just find, I'll walk around and talk to people. But some people, you cannot put them in an environment because they're gonna sit there and just be like silent. You're just like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I've also heard that there are friend groups that are like, one of the girls is pretty and everyone else is ugly.
Oh my God.
I had somebody ask me, they was like, you're one of the rare people that I see like all your friends look good, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And they're like, the pretty one always hangs around the ugly friends, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that.
Some things don't need to be said.
There's been like posts on TikTok about that. About like being the friend that never got chosen.
Yeah, I saw something like that. Yeah, I saw something like that.
The trend.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not the friend that got chosen. Out of my 3, I wasn't the friend that got chosen.
What do you mean not chosen?
Because I'm always looked at as like the homie. So I was always like, yo, put me on with your friend. I was never the chosen.
Oh, they come up to you to say,
trying to put me on with their friend. Okay. I was never like, yo, who that?
Same here. I would say back then it was like that, but now I'm hot. Everybody on me.
Okay, you better talk your shit, girl. You better talk.
There you go.
Oh, God.
In the
He's
words
going to
of
use
Mike
that every
Jones.
chance he gets. He's going to use that every chance he gets.
One question before we move on to
Go ahead.
whatever. So do you guys ever get jealous of your best friend hanging out with other friends?
Yeah, I'm territorial. I'm not jealous. It's just fun to throw shade.
Oh, okay.
Like whenever my best friend be like, oh yeah, I'm going somewhere, I'm like, you don't got no friends, bro.
That's wild.
With me, it depends on like, you can't be like ODing. Like if I see Sally going out like often, I'm like, hold up, like when you gonna take me out? And she be like, shut up. I'm like, nah, I'm dead ass. But Sally's also the same way with me. Like if she see me hanging out with like if we're hanging out, she's like, where's my invite? And I'm just like,
I don't want no problem, Sally. I'm good.
But I think all friends are like that. Some are like blatantly rude about it, but I haven't been like rude about it. I'll joke around and be like, But now Sally in a whole relationship, so I gotta like share her. So,
but. Yeah, I think what you said, like that, the friends that are like blatantly rude about it. That I don't think there's no gender to that. Like even Mitch does that with me. Like I'll be out sometimes, he'll be like, he'll DM me like, "Nigga, I'll fuck you up." I'll be like, "Yo, bro, I need you to calm down, man.
That's hilarious.
You gotta calm down, man." But I'm just out.
But
with
Mitch
these
really
niggas.
be out though. That's why I don't get why he do that.
And
Because Mitch be out more than you.
And I don't say nothing. I said, "Bro, live your life." But
Mitch be out more than you,
so,
yo.
It's funny stuff, man. It's just funny stuff.
But is that a bad thing, though? To be territorial over your friend?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, because I think you just... I don't know. You just love your friend.
Exactly.
And
it be in a joking way.
Right.
It don't be like...
Sometimes. Some people are really about that life.
Well, for me, I be joking with it.
Yeah, there's some
I've had... the thing is, I don't know if they're joking or if they're like dead ass, but like... Me and Jean is like my new recent friend. We became friends 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I've had people like, well, Jean used to hang out with me like that. And I'm just like...
So wait, how did you guys meet and what's the backstory of this podcast?
Okay. Let's see. We met because my best friend was pursuing her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he was going super hard, as he should, because he knew he saw what he liked and he says, this is what I'm going to go for.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we would just find ourselves in the same room.
We were forced to hang out with each other.
Kind of forced to hang out with each other. But then I realized, she realized I'm awesome. And then
boy,
then I realized,
here you go.
But we just clicked from there, and then we had the same. We like sneakers.
Okay.
We played ball.
Got a lot in common.
We
love to eat.
We're both assholes. We love to eat.
And then we started working out together.
Yeah. So she was looking for a trainer.
Okay.
And I don't train. I don't like to train. I don't have the patience for it. And
it happened that our schedules worked out because I was unemployed.
Very unemployed.
So, okay.
And didn't have money.
So whenever he was available, I would go gym with him and
always
go.
available.
All right, here we go.
Sorry. So she would just come to the gym.
Came from a pandemic.
Right. So she would come to the gym, and we would just work out. But Shelly is a very special friend of mine because Shelly was there for me when I was having probably the most critical time of my life.
Oh, wow.
And well, like I said, one day I'll talk about that situation, but she was like very like there for me. And not that nobody else was there for me, but she was kind of there when she didn't have to be.
I was the bug on the fly that kept buzzing.
But she like, because people like at what I was going through, you have to run away from men like that.
Okay.
When they're going through something like that, you have to like.
She's seen you at your worst.
Right. So it was kind of like there, and then like how the podcast happened was.
We used to just have deep conversation at the gym.
And I was just like, and in my mind I'm like, yo, we should really just put this on wax, like let's
literally a meme.
Like let's just do that.
And I don't like being on camera, so I was.
But that was my hesitation with Shellz because she don't like people. Mm-mm. She don't like outside. She don't like people.
I be faking it.
She be faking
it.
Like her birthday is the worst. Like, yo, what we doing for your birthday? She be like,
I'm not doing nothing.
I just want to go on the Nike app and buy sneakers and stay home and just maybe get Uber. I'm like, Shelly, the world is big. It's outside. They want to see you. And let me tell you something. When Shelly go outside, the niggas go crazy.
Here you go, Glarian.
I gotta hang out with you.
The niggas go crazy. So I'm like, let's go. And I tell her like, yo, I'm a guy. You're a girl. I'm gonna tell you how to get everything for free. And then what's gonna happen? She go outside. Bottles coming her way.
Here we go.
Hookah coming her way. She ain't gotta pay to get in. I ain't mad. Best friend.
You the plug.
And he stayed right by me. Let me get the hookah.
Please, you got fellas. Use your woman friends precisely. Trust me, they will get you the nice things in life. So, as far as the podcast, we just talked about it, and then I was hot with my podcast with my guys. But to me personally, I needed somewhere where I could talk seriously. So I love my niggas. Don't get me wrong. I love Tat. I love Mitch. I love those guys. We just talk about bullshit a lot.
I gotta watch that podcast.
Yeah. Niggas with a podcast. This is what niggas with microphones was. But we not ignorant. We're not anti this or anti that. We just.
But one talks more than the other. You'll see it, girl.
Yeah, you'll see it. And it's like, I love it. I love them for it. But I just needed an outlet. So I told Shelly like, yo, let's come to the house. Come through. Then she saw microphones and she saw a camera. I was like, come on, let's record a podcast. Let's do it. And then,
I saw y'all had a brunch.
Yeah. That's all Shelly.
That brunch.
And this is why I say her growth is amazing because we went from this girl was like, I don't want to be on camera, I don't want to be on microphone, to getting on the microphone, getting on the camera, to hosting a brunch 200 plus, and everybody to this day. Today somebody asked us when we having a brunch.
I'm gonna do another one. I'm not doing it.
I need y'all to relax.
Shellz, have you ever thought about doing a live pod with your partner?
I mean, we did it when we did. So we basically threw a brunch too, and it was literally the last event before, and COVID just hit.
Oh, y'all ain't ever think about doing it again?
Yeah, we're working on it. We talked about it, but everyone keeps asking like, when are y'all gonna do it again?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let me know.
Yes, let me know.
Let us know.
We're not doing a brunch.
No.
We're good. Live show
that
next
was
year.
Too much.
Yeah, live show next year. But that
brunch was too much.
My dream is to one day tour. I would love to tour.
That would be dope.
Nice,
that's so tiring though. Either the bus tour or the plane tour.
Nigga, if I'm getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I get up. I gotta get up for transit. I get up. Yeah.
I would rather do a plane tour though, because the car or the bus tour.
I don't mind. I want to see the country.
It depends on how many people. It depends on who's riding with.
Let me see the stolen land for what it really is.
Not the stolen land.
That would be super dope though to do like a tour. That would be very dope.
Let's see what's going on. But yeah,
it's in the cards.
Yeah, I would like to see somebody I know do that.
The OG right here. Listen,
I would like to see that for you. That'd be
y'all
great.
Can come along with me.
Definitely. I've been watching some of the great black potters do their thing. Like the one page I follow is Tonight's Conversation. I love those.
Oh yeah, they're dope. Because with Ace Metaphor, right?
Yeah, Ace. They just be, and then Fontaine's my guy. Like I love to hear him speak, and then all the other guys and the women. it's all game because it's
not the podcast world is really like.
It's
different.
Yeah, it's different.
Do you guys listen to Horrible Decisions?
Oh yeah, shoot. I've been following Mandy on Twitter for 10 plus years, and we've had our like back and forth on Twitter, and I've just been a fan. I always tell her like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. Like, don't let nobody talk shit.
Is that the live? Is that the live that you just told me about?
Remember All right, I watch your other show. See the Thing Is?
Oh, yeah, See the Thing Is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see me watch that show. So she
B. Simone.
her first podcast is Horrible Decisions.
Oh.
But that's about like
That's like
sex liberation. That's for women.
That's why her
pretty much
new
what it is.
pod is so like different because she talks about how it's different.
Yeah. So
and I'm just so proud of them. Like you would think I knew them because I was listening to them when they was working their corporate jobs.
right.
And then they had to set up like this.
Right, yeah.
And now like Mandy's producing and they're
Doing
going on
their
tour.
thing,
They signed the Black Effect. They doing their thing.
They're doing their thing. Yeah,
I'm going to their live show in November.
They have one up here.
Yeah, New York. Their last show.
We gotta
It's
go.
the last show for the tour.
Oh, for the tour. I thought they had their last show.
They said it's their last show too.
What?
Yeah,
Dang.
because they're too booked and busy.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
they're everywhere now.
They everywhere.
They're everywhere now. I'm proud. No, keep going, man. Because that's when I was looking into podcasting. I looked up to her.
Yeah.
And I had no problem telling nobody. Like, I'm a man's man. But I had no problem telling, like, a woman inspired me to do this because I saw her take that step and, like, really put the tri-state on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, all of a sudden you got all these other podcasts popping up, which I'm grateful for. I want everybody to do their thing. But I definitely looked up to her, and she was definitely doing her thing. So,
Shout outs to Weezy and Mandy.
Weezy and Mandy, yeah.
So do you feel like with well, you just said she was like the person that you looked up to. Do you feel like the women are so like up there that, you know, black men are like falling behind?
Personally, yes. But I'm not speaking about the upper echelon of, like, black men, if we were to rank them. I'm just talking about, like, regular Joe Schmoes.
Okay.
Who kind of get, like, lost through the cracks, who don't know how to, like, find themselves or what to do. Because, let's admit, like, the internet is controlling a lot of these people.
Too much.
So we got, every day it's, why should men pay for food? Or should a man still be a man? Or, you know, what is
The
a man?
agenda.
Yeah, the agenda, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, those questions be
Crazy.
It's you know, I follow those websites. I follow Spiritual Word, Poetic, and all those guys.
Wait, what's her boy name? 19 Keys?
19 keys. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's 19 keys. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's like for the average man, I can see the confusion of like, what type of man am I going to be?
Mm-hmm.
What type of man because if I date this girl, I might have to pay for dates.
But I feel
If I date this girl, I might have to pay her bills. If I date this girl, I have to be spiritually sound. If I date this girl, I have to be a complete man. If I have this, like, there's a lot going on for guys, but I think it's forgotten in the times because women are advancing. You guys are doing way more. Starting business. Like my boy Mitch says, yeah, y'all getting your own wings, y'all popping your own bottles, y'all sitting on couches, y'all twerking on tables.
Hey, yo.
What the fuck do you need us for at this point?
That's a fact.
Just call for dick and then go back home. That's it. At this point, you know what I mean? But that's just my personal opinion.
But has society changed this so much that it's a bad thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Before it would be like we would see independent women all the time. That's like you know the stereotypical Gabrielle Union character that she plays the same role where she got a job, she don't need a man. It's just that nowadays we seeing it way more. Do you think that technology and just information that's out there is making that? Because now people know how to be entrepreneurs because they could just go on YouTube and watch a video on how to start a business or how to sell hair or how to start a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if there's an abundance of opportunity out here, why wouldn't a woman take advantage of it?
But why aren't the men advancing more then?
Because men are still stuck in this age of I'm a man, things are supposed to happen for me. As opposed to, you got to get up and put your boots on, buckle your pants up, put your shirt on, go the fuck out there and do what you got to do. Instead of saying, because I'm born with male features and I'm a male and I have a dick and all this other stuff, things are supposed to just happen for me. You're supposed to listen to me because I'm a man, but these people ain't gonna listen to you.
I got a question. As a man,
Mm-hmm.
when you begin to date,
Yes.
do you want your woman to be independent or do you want her to like work a little bit? And
I would
50-50
love
rule.
for her to be independent. Do you know how high these bills are? I'm the cheapest nigga on earth.
so you making her split 50-50?
Jason.
Oh, no. Let me get something straight. I can pay all the bills.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
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 Right. just do something with your money.
Okay.
Don't go to Bloomingdale's. Don't go to Gucci, Louis, and we need to do something with the money. Like, are we putting down payment on some property? Are we starting a business? Are you doing something on the side? Like,
but I also feel like the media is just trying to put black women and black men against each other.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
And it's like
it's a bad thing.
It's a part of the oppression Olympics, divide and conquer.
Yep.
And it's just sad that it's actually working.
Yeah, because we are constantly at war every day on the internet.
Literally.
And I'm like, it's just stupid. Like, stop believing
social
the
media
internet.
has the people on a chokehold.
But it's also double standards, you know? And it's like now we're looking at it on the other side.
Right.
Because before we just knew it one way, where men, they could sleep with so many women and they get brownie points. So now that women are becoming more sexually liberated, it's like now it's a problem.
Right. Because that hasn't been
it hasn't been the norm.
It stems from patriarchy.
Yeah.
Patriarchy is made by who? Men.
White men.
White men. White men who only saw one color, white. They saw black people as slaves. They saw brown people as slaves. They saw, like, it's literally molded in white washing, white eyes, white lens, patriarchy.
And also they're just used to dealing with white women who are really submissive.
Right.
That just is willing to stay at home, take care of the kids.
Yeah. And, you know, the women also partake in patriarchy because they use the advantages of it. Hey, I don't have to work.
Wait, like, what do you mean by that? Can we talk? Can we say what kind of women?
Okay, so I'm not gonna say all women.
Okay.
I would say there are some women who love patriarchy because they don't have to do all the hard stuff. They don't have to build infrastructure. They don't have to go out there and build the railroad.
But that's if you're choosing that.
So is that considered the soft girl era?
The soft
era? Is that considered the soft girl era?
I got a little perplexed because women are making $150,000, $200,000 a year, but you want to be a soft girl. But
so what is considered a soft girl era?
I don't fucking know. I still don't know.
You got to ask Summer Walker.
Oh my god.
About that.
And you see what Meech did there. But
talking about his cousin gross.
Yeah, so like I said, some women love patriarchy because they don't have to do much. They just have to fall in line, which I think is insane because that means you have no control over your life. You can't pick the color you want. You can't pick the dress you want. You have to. The food has to be ready at a certain time. The kids have to be bathed and fed at certain times. And I'm like, who wants a life like that? You're a fucking slave at this point.
Yeah, but I feel like black women has always been against. The patriarchy in a way, but they still love black men so much that they hold black men down,
right?
And they're gonna do what needs to be done for the family.
Right. And I think as black men, we have to do a better job of holding black women down.
Yeah.
And protecting black women.
Okay.
Please talk
because
about
we do have an issue, like, and even me, I have to like look myself in the mirror and say, look all the flaws that I have, like especially with my brothers and you know, the people I call friend, the people I call you know, promoting
accountability
stupid behavior with them, and I'm like, yo, that wasn't good because I'm telling this nigga like, yo, let's go. You know, we got some girls over here, blah, blah, but I know damn well in my mind this guy had a whole thing going on at home. I'm no better than anybody else that's not doing any. I'm worse than anybody doing nothing. So we just got to protect black women 360 all over. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was listening to something today, one of the many podcasts I listen to because I'm a junkie.
You gotta put me on because I listen to a lot too.
So
he listens to a lot.
A lot. So this was some So Shameless podcast. Shout out to Tahoe, all them, to do a great job, exceptional job over there. He had a guest on. He was like, yo, if me and my man is walking down the street and we see a girl and she's pretty, I tell my man, don't even say nothing. You don't know if that woman wants to be bothered or not. As opposed to back then, and you're
the cat calling.
I'm grabbing you. I'm saying this. I'm harassing you.
And when you get rejected, you curse them out, calling them.
Right. But the argument they was having on the podcast was like, I'm coming to you in a nice way. The girl's like, it don't matter if you're being nice.
Right.
I don't want to fucking be bothered.
Right.
I'm just trying to get to where I'm going so I can do what I do.
But that goes with just reading the room too.
Right. Reading the room.
Like if you see somebody rolling their eyes, upset, mad, like why would you go up to them?
God, let me tell y'all a story, right?
There we go.
Sidebar. So in Canada, I said I was to talk about it, but because you just said that, I gotta tell you what happened to me. So in Canada, we went to see family, but my cousin knew that we were coming down, so he moved his wedding date so that we could partake in the wedding.
Dope.
So the night before, we have all my cousins over. We're cooking, drinking, having a good time. And my cousin brought some of his his roommates, whatever. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching a movie. And there's one here and there's one here. And I'm just like, what is about to go down? So one's talking to me and then the other one, he's like waiting his turn. And I'm just like, yo, we're not about to do like taking turn situation. I don't want to talk to neither of y'all. I really just want to sit here and watch my movie. So I closed my eyes. Like the movie was still going on. I fell asleep. And I felt someone just like,
oh my goodness,
tapping on my shoulder. And I'm like, in my head, my eyes are still closed. And I'm like, there's no way my eyes are still closed. And he's literally just like this.
Right.
So I open my eyes. And you know me, I got a whole attitude now. I'm just like, yes. And he's like, he's saying something, but I can't hear him because the house is so loud. So I lean in and I'm like, yes. And then he's like, oh, I want to have your number before your cousins come back. Because, I'm the girl. My cousins don't want nobody talking to me. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, before your cousin come back, I want to get your number. I was like, I'll let you know by the end of the night. Mm-hmm. If I say that to you, that means you're not getting a number.
Yeah. But first of all, isn't that your cousin's friend?
Yeah, but, some men don't care.
Niggas don't care.
So then I'm like, I'm going to give it to you before the night is over. So then he's like, okay. So then he's like, oh, do you want wine? And I'm like, no, I just want to sit here and watch the movie. So he's like bothering me. He's like in my ear talking. I'm just like, I'm rolling my eyes. I'm giving one word. I'm giving like full attitude, but on purpose to let him read the room. He's not reading the room. He keeps going. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, so you saying that, like reading the room where like knowing when to stop. Some guys don't know when to stop.
Just don't know when to stop.
They don't know when to stop. And it's bad.
This is why I say with men and, black men, but men in general, just being left behind because we have these smartphones in our hands and it's making us dumb. It's making us not know how to approach
it's some
women.
Girls too though. Some girls be real.
I'm gonna leave the women alone. I'm gonna just talk for the men. I'm gonna talk like
it's some real aggressive girls out here. I got friends
who are on what's the freaking app where they looking for girls.
Tinder, Black.
Tinder, yeah. I got friends who just on Tinder. They just swipe. But when they see a girl, they just
they don't know what to do,
or they do something stupid, or they'll do like your new
just
boyfriend just tapped you.
Chill.
Keep talking.
But they'll do stuff like that.
I'm a really blunt person.
So that's why I want to ask you that. I want to not even to cut you off, but I want to ask you like, do you consider yourself an independent woman? And if you do, like when you are starting a date, if you're not dating, what are you looking for in a guy? Like the same question I asked Gene.
So
what does he need to provide?
I would consider myself an independent woman because of my situation now. I'm only caring for myself. What I look for in a guy, I think the issue now with dating is that no one's authentic anymore. Everyone is trying to live up to this toxic culture of social media,
which is not real.
Like being toxic is cool. So I'm looking for someone who's like really authentic, who has done the work or is trying to do the work within themselves, who's ambitious, I'm a sapiosexual, so someone who's intellectual, someone I can converse with and start a podcast with.
Word.
That's very true.
That's great.
Someone that's big on communication, someone who, like, I'm staying away from emotionally unavailable men. That's what I've been.
Talk about it. Talk about it, girl. Talk about it.
But yeah, I would consider myself independent. But I feel like I've been told by my male friends that I can be intimidating.
Why?
Just because I got my stuff together, and I'm like, well, that don't got nothing to do with me. That's the person's.
Guys got to stop saying to themselves, because a woman because a woman has everything together doesn't mean you can't offer her
exactly.
something. And that's the problem with the sorry, I didn't mean to tell you.
No,
that's the problem with the man shit. Like, oh, because I'm a man, I'm supposed to, nigga, evolve. Just evolve. Just catch up. Just sit there, read a few books. Some books on like intellectual.
Reading ain't for everyone. You can listen to a podcast, Audible, watch a documentary.
Just get a different point of view of how the new women work. They're new.
Yeah. Or just ask questions.
It's different. It ain't the 90s or the 80s or whatever you think it is. Like,
I wish you could go back to the 90s.
Yeah,
girl,
that'd be great.
I say that all the time.
Because, niggas was begging back then.
Not niggas was begging.
Niggas ain't begging no more. I listen to a lot of hip hop is my love, but you can't do hip hop without R&B. You gotta listen to R&B too. And my favorite R&B time was the 90s. Niggas was begging.
True.
Now niggas is going on their phone like, no.
But they were begging and they were toxic.
Yes.
Like,
begging and toxic.
if you, the other day, I was like in the DMV and me and my friend was driving to the spot and I Wish by Carl Thomas came on and we a little lit and we're actually listening to the lyrics. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, family. It was just like
bad,
very toxic in a way.
I've heard the intimidating. My aunt told me, she's like, you still single? And I'm just like, yeah. She's like, well, you're intimidated. I'm just like, what is that supposed to mean? And she's like, well, you know, like you said, you kind of got it all put together. When you walk into a room, you like demand the room. And I'm just like, that don't mean nothing.
Just
like, what you want me to do? You want me to dim my light so that...
Listen, I'm no offense, but those super older women are from the...
Different,
They're from the
Stone Age.
The Stone Age. The
where they were
the
probably...
super lay down, the lay down submissive.
Yeah.
Because they probably was in arranged marriages.
Yeah, arranged marriages.
All that.
Yeah, I don't... take their advice with...
Oh no, I don't take their advice at all. There's no advice. I just listen to them and I'm like okay, I got you.
Just listen to them and be like, what should I do with this?
Facts.
So
I just tell her, I'm just like, he didn't find me yet. That's all I be telling her. He didn't find me yet.
He gonna find you.
Yeah.
They gotta say something with the older clan. A lot of them got married like 20, 21, 22.
Yeah. But
so
I also
when they see you at y'all age, they think something's wrong with you. Like, no, that doesn't define.
But I also had to. I had a conversation with my mom about that, and I had to tell her. I was just like, because when I look at it, like all my aunts and my uncles, they all related to each other, cousins or something. I'm like, y'all were all in like the same laku. Laku means like y'all all grew up together. Right. Like, because my grandfather's house is literally up in the mountains. It's his house is in the center, and there was mad houses around him. Right. Y'all all literally grew up together, so it was easy for y'all to do that. Now we got to make sure if the man we dating is really a man.
Listen,
it's rough out here.
It's crazy that you said that.
No offense to anybody.
No offense.
Stay the hell out of my DMs. But
it's so crazy that you said that because I was telling my mom that too. I was like, y'all had it easy. These men nowadays could be whole serial killers. Like,
got a whole rap sheet you don't know.
They could be
sociopaths.
They could be a woman in their past life. They could be
into poly life.
And they like dick.
It's even crazy too because you stupid. It's even crazy too because in the old days, like you'll find like the one family that like either the dad or the mom had a kid before, and the person that they're with accepts it. A lot of people are not accepting that nowadays. It's just like, what happened? Because your parent, you have a half sibling. Why is it okay to have a
media?
And it's crazy too. Well, I'm saying it crazy a lot, but a lot of people are having kids. A lot of people are having kids.
Can I ask both of y'all this question that was asked to me?
There we go.
So, all right. How old are you?
27.
27. How old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28. Okay, so let's just say.
I'm 40.
Oh, well, let's just say
40,
in the late 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Right.
I was told that I may need to lower my standards because. So originally my thing was like, I don't want to date no one with kids.
Okay.
Right.
And I was told to be realistic. In the dating age that I am, majority people are gonna have at least 31.
Okay.
It's like majority people are gonna have kids. So you mean to tell me if you meet the person and they're because we know that we're not gonna get 100% of what we want.
Right.
So I was told so you mean to tell me if you meet the person and they're like checking off a lot from your box and the one thing is that they have a kid, you're not gonna date them because of that?
I had that question asked to me too, and because I had three things. I was like, he gotta, know of God, he gotta be tall, and he gotta have no kids. And it was like, well, what if he got 2 out of the 3? And I'm just like, I'm gonna take it because if like you said, there's never gonna be like 100% like everything checked off on your list. But I feel like when it comes to kid, it's a different thing because you got to put a lot of perspective into it. Like you got to put. Like for us, you got to put the baby moms into perspective. Exactly. You got to put that relationship, like how long have it been since they broken up? Do they still communicate? How is the relationship because of the kid? How often do you see them? How is she going to feel that you're dating me? Like it's so much into because you've seen so many like horror stories, but you also seen some good ones as well. But you see so much horror stories, and it's just like, I ain't got no time for no baby mama drama.
Exactly. And it's just like, to be realistic, if you just in your prime, do you really
want that?
Do you really want to be a parent right now? Like,
and then you also got that, and these kids nowadays, they're so like fresh and on. It's like, you're not my mom, boy. I know, boy, girl. I know I'm not your mom. Like, so it's like, are you prepared for that? Because not all like
kids are receptive.
Yeah,
to
like
you.
some step kids, they they love their step parent, but it's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? And the family too. Sometimes the family is just like, they're so used to the baby moms, they don't like you.
So I guess my question is, when do you stay firm on your deal breakers? Versus when do you adjust? Adjust?
I think it depends on the conversation.
That too, but I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to separate the genders or have gender wars. I think with guys, we're a little, we bend a little more than girls.
Definitely
like,
do.
I've seen guys date women with 3 kids, 3 different baby fathers, all this other stuff because they just really like the girl. But I also seen guys who say, I'm standing firm. I don't want no girl with no kids because that means she has to attend to another man other than me. And I'm like, all right, if that's your standard, that's your standard. But
or if you have a kid by her, he only buying his kid.
Right. Yeah, like, wild stuff.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was crazy though.
Stuff, yeah, but
that was wild.
That was crazy.
Me personally, I'm, right now I'm seeing somebody with 2 kids.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me at all because most of my, I was about to say something crazy. Most of my, in my past life, my dating life, I've dated women with kids. And it's never been a problem. The only problems I've had is like if I'm serious with the girl and I have to meet the father.
Yeah.
But when they see me, they're like, all of a sudden they have problems. And I'm not trying to be fun. I'm not trying to be conceited with myself, but I just see that happen. So yeah, I can see how a guy could be scared from that. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. This is too much drama. I can just deal with somebody with no kids and it could just be me and her.
But it's rare to find people with no
kids.
kids.
Is.
Yeah.
Especially at 40.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 40. Every girl I meet, because I don't like to date super young. I like the lowest I'll go is 35. I think if you're an old man, you like dating young girls, you a pussy, you nasty, whatever, nigga. That's just my personal opinion. JStash23 is the Instagram. Come holler at me. But
gosh.
I just, like me, I try to, at 5 years my difference, but I meet women with kids. I always meet
so not even to like get deep into your dating world.
Go ahead.
But
other podcasts got it.
I have 2 questions. The first one is there like a time limit when you date women with kids that you want to meet their kids?
That's a good question.
Because I know
used to be like that.
Yeah.
But I realized that's not for me to determine.
Right. It's up to the girl.
So I can't put that, like, it's unfair for me to put the pressure on her.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta meet the kids. I was like that before because like I was just pressed to be like, I want things to go smoothly.
Right.
So I feel like if I know the kids soon, then I can make that relationship work. But what I also realized that it don't matter how soon it is. It matters if it works.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the second question.
Yeah.
Like I said, not to get too deep into it, but in the dating world that you're in now, are you like, did you meet her kids? Are you good with her kids?
Like we have a rapport.
Okay.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So I always consider them when, it's like
you're doing something.
I'm doing something like, like
you're getting something to eat.
If we're getting something to eat, or we're going out, or if it's Christmas time or birthday time,
That's good.
But I don't try to like kick the door down and be I'm your dad now. Like, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just be like, all right, when the time comes, we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. But until then, my job is to make sure mom is okay. And if mom informs me about what's going on with A and
what's
B,
going on,
cool. I could contribute. If not, then I gotta be man enough to step back and let her handle that with the father of the children. And,
that's good.
That's good.
That's important.
Yeah, that's growth, because I think 10 years ago that would have been me. 10 years ago I'd be like, oh, fuck your baby father, blah blah blah, this and that, and I'm trying to be a part of
just being problematic.
Just not even problematic, like just again, men are born to think that they
or crossing boundaries.
Things. Yeah, crossing boundaries.
They think they can cross boundaries without any type of without being reprimanded. Like, no, you as a man, you have to choose the man you're gonna be at certain situations. That also means being soft, pulling back, shutting the fuck up, and staying out of situations that don't belong to you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta mind your business, bro.
And listen.
And when you date a girl with kids, let me tell you something.
It's a whole different
Learn how to
world.
mind your business when she's dealing with the father, like, and you gotta get those thoughts out you gotta get those jealous thoughts out your head, like, oh, they still fucking, blah, 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 this and that. Like, you got, listen, the women is different.
Okay. Maybe I'm just a bit.
For the man, it's more like, those thoughts still happen as a man. Don't get me wrong. You're still a human being. You still have thoughts. You still have jealous thoughts. You still have emotions. Emotions is not a weak thing. Emotions is a human thing. Mm-hmm. If you don't have no emotions, you're dead inside, period. It is what it is. But you still have those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But if your situation is serious and you love this woman and you trust her and all that stuff, you're going to have to, like, there's going to be times where your ego going to have to be like, you're going to have to, like, suppress that shit a little and be like, yo, all right, go handle your business. Now, for women, it's a little different because a lot of niggas ain't hearing shit. A lot of niggas is, you know, I'm in between homes and they live with their baby mother. Homosexuals. Like, I heard all the horror stories, so.
As far as my standards, I don't know. It's hard. Like, I don't have like a crazy list, so I feel like my list is very manageable. I don't know if I'm gonna like let my list go because, like, although I'm an independent woman, I still do believe in gender rules. So, like, if you can't do what, you know, not saying is required or you're supposed to, but is a man's, you know, like I said, I believe in gender rules. So if you can't do what a man is supposed to do, I don't know if we're gonna like
facts
work.
Word.
Like, if you expect me to shovel out my car,
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
it's not working.
The most I'm gonna do is take out the garbage if I'm walking out.
Yeah, the
but
garbage,
I'm not shoveling. No.
So man can't do soft life shit?
No.
Like,
the most I'm gonna do is because the field that I want to go into, I know it takes a lot of time. So if
wait,
like
what's the field?
I want to be an athletic director.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so I know that's gonna take a lot of time. So like if I you know, my husband finds me and we have that conversation and he's okay with being an at-home dad, I don't think that's like being a whip or whatever, because I'm not gonna lie, being an at-home parent is a lot because these kids are so active now. Like I used to work at a physical therapy spot, and then the mom used to be like, let me look at the calendar, and I'm just like, the kid got a calendar, like they're so active. So it's like you got to make sure like you on point, you're not missing no appointments and all that. So if he's okay with being an at-home dad, I don't think that's being a wuss because he still has a lot to do.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a conversation that's gonna have to be had. But you still got to shovel. I'm not shoveling because and I also had this conversation before. I don't do nothing car but give a car wash and put gas.
Exactly.
The other day, my dad went to Haiti and my oil change was low, and I called Gene. I said, Gene, where am I supposed to go? He told me I still didn't go. I waited for my dad to come. So anything car, I'm not doing. So if you can't do the simple men stuff, it ain't gonna work.
And I'm just not a handsy person. Like, I can't build nothing.
I'll do it, but I don't want to.
Right.
So if I order a bookshelf, I'm not putting it together.
We're not doing that. So if you can't do the simple, not saying like, you know, it's required, but if you can't do the simple things that a man is known to do, it ain't gonna happen because I cook and clean.
So would this be considered like taking advantage of the patriarch system?
Like, what do you mean by that? Elaborate.
Like patriarch, you know how like men are supposed to do all this stuff and rule all this stuff.
But how does it take?
But it's like, but isn't physical task part of that too?
I mean,
because again, I don't see women building railroads. I don't see y'all going to roads. I don't see y'all building buildings. I'm just saying.
We're not going to generalize.
It's some,
but it's like 2%, 1%, 0.5%.
Listen, I'm good on that. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not one of them girls. I'm an independent to an extent. If that's the case.
We know how terrible 280 is. That motherfucker getting fixed every night. I don't see no girls out there. I ain't trying to be funny. I don't see no one.
I'm good.
That's hilarious.
I'm good on that. Like I said, I'm independent to a certain extent. I'm good on that.
I'm for it. Yeah, I'm for it. I listen. You a man?
Like I said,
do your man
if I have to, then I will. But it's not something that's like, oh my god, I have to go home and no, I'm not.
Nah,
doing that.
Yeah.
If I tell you to do it like 3 times and you didn't do it, then I'm gonna be banging on that hard as hell. Start building it. You gonna get the sign that you better come and do this.
Right. I'm all about being a man and doing all the physical stuff. Like I was raised by my dad, my 2 uncles, grandpa, hardest niggas ever. You know what I'm saying? And chores out the ass. Hard lessons.
Are you Haitian?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hard
Girl,
lessons.
the name, you get the name?
Okay, no, because it was like earlier you had said something and then you said something in Creole and then
I throw it in there a little.
His name is Jean, girl. It ain't.
So
once you said hard, I'm like, yeah, he got to do so.
Yeah. Very hard. So I'm all about doing the manly task. I prefer to do the manly task. Like if I have my girl, and hey, don't worry about it. I got the snow, I got the leaves. You know, whoever's downstairs, I'll go check it out. You know, whatever.
Because I ain't doing this.
So, you know, but I just find it funny that women don't like to do.
Sure don't.
Yeah, I don't like to shovel.
Sure don't.
Like, who takes the garbage out? Not me.
I mean,
I don't mind taking the garbage out.
Yeah. What if there's like 2 rats outside just chilling?
No. We're not doing that.
I'm throwing it and I'm
I'm not doing that.
You're not calling Bay like, hey, come get this trash.
Like in the house, we have no brothers, so like whoever's walking out the house, that's who grabs the garbage and goes out.
Okay.
So I don't mind taking out the trash, but everything else wise, nah.
Yeah, I live alone, so I got to do it.
Right. Okay. I get it. I understand.
But
that's funny, man.
The last one was the interracial couple. But how long?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh, this man don't ever have a time limit on podding.
Shellz a real one. She's a podcast, so we can do this. I could do this with her. We could do this.
But yeah, it's interracial dating. So it's like we were talking about it earlier, and we were saying, is it a bad thing when like a black man or a black woman say like they want to be with a black person? I don't think that's racist.
I don't think that's racist at all. I think it's pretty fucking normal to me.
I don't think that's racist.
You know,
I mean people have their preference. Like me, I have a preference.
Like
I love men, but for me, I feel like, and my mother, she asked me this. I think my family thinks I'm gonna get like an American or something. But I've always said like, if it was up to me, I would like to have a Haitian, only because I'm not translating. Like my family can speak English.
That's
My family can speak English, but like there's some moments you cannot translate. Like,
what if he like
Walk George? And
who's George?
Who's George? It's like no, but it really means karma, and it kind of takes away from the joke.
Right,
and it's like sometimes it work out. Like Vlad and Amber, it works out. Like her brother, she's
St. Lucian, so they speak
but it's
Creole.
close, so it's close. But it's like some people it works out perfectly fine, but some people it's just not easy. So it's like for me, I feel like to keep in the culture, I just want to keep it in. I just want to keep it. I want my kids to speak Creole. I don't know about everybody else. My kids is gonna learn Creole.
So since when it was bad to say that?
Yeah,
I think that's perfectly normal.
Well, I feel the opposite. And Haitians don't come for me. I don't want to be with a Haitian.
I've heard people say that too. No, I've heard a lot of people say they don't want to be with Haitians.
What's wrong with us?
Y'all terrible.
I feel like I know Haitian men so well, like the back of my hand. And certain stuff I'm just not dealing with.
You're not dealing with.
I'm not dealing with. If I could choose...
Y'all love y'all dads, right?
Yeah.
I'm playing.
I think if I could choose to
That's the funniest shit to me. Haitian women say, I don't want a Haitian man. I'm like, but your dad's a Haitian man. Your brother's a Haitian man. Well,
that's why.
And I love the Zoes. I love the culture.
Right.
But like to marry a Haitian, I don't see that.
It does take a lot though.
It takes a lot.
What's a lot?
Y'all not easy to deal
at
with
all.
Really?
You know the trauma that I'm.
You look at you cover your face because you can't even say with a straight face.
I'm literally working through every day of just like.
Have you ever dated a Haitian?
One time. And
really?
I was like the worst thing
So what you decided off one time? You think that's fair?
I actually dated two Haitians.
Okay, maybe two, maybe. Okay.
I dated two Haitians.
Two bad
But they were like first generation like me. I've never dated like a
Just Come.
Yeah, Just Come. Never did that.
I never did that either.
And so for me, if I had to choose within blackness today, I would want a Southern man.
Southern.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Southern?
feel like Southern men and like Caribbean culture kind of goes hand in hand with our values and our morals. The Southern hospitality.
Yeah. I love me the Southerns.
So I would probably date.
We did escape there to get to Haiti, and it was all that lineage.
Yes, it's like connected in a way.
It's connected, yeah. It's all
And I also am like really huge on traditions in a way. So I don't want to be that person that go to family reunions.
I would love to do a family reunion. Yeah.
Do all that fun things like Thanksgiving be like
a big thing.
Big thing. It's a big deal.
And I would date someone or marry someone from like a low key Caribbean island, like a Guadeloupe.
I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, I'm not saying that I would never like be with anybody else, but like I would like.
to be with a Haitian.
As much as I know that they're terrible, but I wouldn't mind being
They're
with
not
them.
terrible.
Yes, they
Yes, they are. Still love them though.
are. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Deep in my heart, but y'all are a pain in the butt.
I don't see how that. All right, whatever.
How about you? How do you feel about that?
Have you ever dated a Haitian?
Yeah, plenty. Well, I don't know.
Like what kind? Like
I
are
don't
we
know about
talking first
dating.
gen or are we talking like off the boat?
Sometimes I can't tell. Let's just say half and half.
Okay.
But I like if things go the way they're supposed to go, I probably won't end up with a Haitian woman. Mm-hmm. But that's not on purpose. That's
Yeah.
just the times. That's just timing. That's life. But did I ever tell myself I do want to end up with a Haitian woman? No.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. Like if it happens,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, if it happens,
I'm
cool,
accept
but-
it. But
I'm also first generation born, here.
yeah,
I was, all growing up, I had mostly black friends, people who were born here. And then probably until I got to high school, that's when I found out there's a Haitian community here. I'm Haitian, you're Haitian. All right, let's be friends. It was just happening automatically. But
wow, let's be friends.
yeah, but it was just I don't know. I never really said I'm going to marry a Haitian woman. I never told my mother that.
Right.
But my
Yeah.
mother also does not care.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But my mother's also said some things.
I think my family would
crazy
be
stuff.
shocked if I end up with a Haitian man.
Yeah,
I would be shocked.
yeah. So
I definitely don't see you with a Haitian man.
yeah, but me personally,
My parents,
yeah,
my
no
family
matter.
was definitely shocked when I said I would prefer Haitian. Because, like I said, I definitely feel like they thought I was going to say something else.
shocked in a good way or shocked in a bad way.
No, they were just like, "Oh, if we're, I ain't, I didn't think you was gonna say that." But I'm very mysterious. I just be switching up.
You might want to date
So you
a
might change your mind
Nigerian.
later, yeah.
in
No,
2
no, no,
years.
no. I dated African. I'm not going back. And I know he's gonna watch this and say, "You talk about me in the pod," but I'm good on that.
Ice.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yeah,
One
I
and
think
done.
whatever your personal preference is, go with it. But I feel like if you say I'm gonna marry this or I'm gonna marry that, does that make you? I'm like, what is it, racist?
I don't think it makes you racist.
I don't.
I think that the issue is whenever you say that you're only dating black,
right.
you kind of get backlash from mostly the community of oh, you're closed-minded.
I don't.
You're
see
not
that
open-minded.
happening.
My thing is, I like
I
what
see
I
it the other
like.
way.
How you gonna
How you gonna
tell me?
what I
I
like?
see it the other way. I see it with the brothers who be like, oh, I don't date black girls. I don't like black girls, so they just only date white girls.
I only want white girls.
But I feel like if Mexicans marry Mexicans and
Yeah,
Asians
I'm
marry
like, you know,
Asians, what's the issue?
Yeah,
With
what's the issue with
Someone
black
saying
versus
that
black?
they
Yeah.
want to
Well,
just be with black.
I know that I remember Bronny, he went to prom with his girlfriend and she was white and they made this whole thing and some people in the comments were like, "Oh, why he ain't go to black
He's
girl?"
rich. What the
And
fuck?
some people are just-
he
and some
lives with
people are
white
just
people.
like,
There's
yo,
white
he's-
people. He goes to a school where there's
I
white
know.
women. That's not. I'm not saying.
And some people are just saying he's young. That's not what that's not what's on their mind right now. But some
Yeah.
people just be
Like-
taken out of proportion.
I believe love is love, and
Yeah.
and you can date whoever you want to date. But let me ask y'all this: I'll ask you specifically,
on the hot seat.
when you're walking down the street
Mm-hmm.
and you see a black woman with a white man, what's the first thing that
I
comes
get
to your
so
mind?
upset. I get very upset. I get infuriated.
How about you?
When I see a black woman with a white man,
Or reverse. So like
Like in our gym, when you see the black guys with the white girls.
yeah, black guys with a white guy.
I don't really.
Clifton, LA Fitness.
I do side eye it, but it's not it's a hate thing. I'll say something crazy, but I do it processes in my mind oh, I wonder how that happened.
Okay, but why is that? Why
I
do we
don't
all
know.
do that?
I just realized it's a bad thing.
It's just trauma.
I think it's trauma. Yeah.
It's a bad thing.
I think it's trauma because when I see it, I'm like, you couldn't find no brothers.
That's literally that comes
Like there's
across my
mad
mind.
niggas outside. Nigga, you have to be with Barry? Like the fuck, man? Like,
But mind
come
you,
on now.
But I don't think it's
Connor's
a
probably
bad
treating
thing.
her
Right,
like
but, that, but you know
yeah.
what? The other part of my mind is like, yeah, well, niggas. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of get it, but I don't know how I would feel if my sister came home with a white boy. I'd be like,
What you doing?
I think it's like white people get it hard when they are brought home.
Oh yeah.
They getting all the jokes.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And
But
don't
then
let
if-
them speak another language
Oh,
like
yeah,
Creole.
nah.
It'd
It's
be
over.
over. But I don't know. I mean, date what you want to date, but there are going to be repercussions for certain
It really
things.
is.
That's gonna be
Nah,
like-
it's really. I'm
like-
thinking about it. It really is like It really is weird that we think like that. We don't even realize that we think
don't.
like that.
It's like natural. It's kind of like it's just what's the word that you said? It was like just passed down to us. It's unconscious.
Yeah. It's like police.
That's crazy.
Like
we
literally,
don't trust them.
we don't trust them.
That's not because we were taught that. It's because it's in our fucking DNA. That's
Yeah.
why it's like I don't trust them.
And it's crazy too, like, not even to cut you off, but going to the police thing, like, now that I think about it, like, some cops I look at, I'm just like, I don't trust you. But I have cop friends and I'm just like, I don't look at them as a cop. But
Right.
they're a whole,
They're a
like,
whole
state
cop.
trooper.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, you're just my friend.
Facts.
Like, I guess that's how I'm on. It's very
I mean,
weird. But
it's trauma.
It
You
is
gotta
trauma.
unravel it. You gotta unpack that.
Because every black person that asks that question, we all say the same thing.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck going on? Like,
what
what?
is
And we're
going
not-
on?
And y'all can see my face. I'm thinking, I'm just like, that's really crazy that I just said that.
Like you really brought time to the cookout. Like, who the fuck? Like,
And it's so funny because of what you said. Like, I wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
That's literally.
how does it happen? Like, there's not enough niggas. I'm sorry. There's not enough brothers out here. To,
oh,
like,
man.
like,
But
seriously?
maybe it's like a Bronny situation.
Yeah. It's like maybe that's what that was available to,
That's
her,
what-
or maybe, I know some black girls. They have told me this, that they don't get approached by black men because they're not aesthetically pleasing.
Wow.
Or
So like they're like
not-
the weird black
they're
girls,
like
the anime.
They might be the anime.
or
They
the
might
goth.
be the goth.
Or
and
the
then,
Oreo.
Henry was here, and Henry was like, "I think you're pretty," and Henry happens to be white, and it's like,
Who's Henry? Oh,
yeah.
I thought he was talking about you.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
So funny.
Henry was like, I think you're beautiful. I think you're gorgeous, but Henry happens to be white.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to unravel.
That's a good point that you
Yeah.
brought up.
That really is.
Like we got a friend who say he don't date black girls. That's
This
Ricardo.
man, he's still on
I
his
love
word.
Rick, but Rick says I don't date black girls.
women, yeah.
Because he said, and this is what he said. He said I don't date black girls because I was made fun of too much as a kid by them. I was never the choice. I was never the pick because I didn't look like Tupac. I didn't look like, I didn't wear Timbs. I didn't have my jeans weren't down to my ass.
But
like,
is that like a deeper rooted issue? Like, is it that he don't like black girls at all, or he just don't
here's the
date
thing.
them?
I honestly, this is my personal opinion. And Rick, I don't care if you're watching. I think you're full of shit. That's just my personal opinion because I hang out with Rick.
Okay.
And I've seen Rick go crazy
Over black girls.
And I'm like, nigga, you like them.
Right.
Yeah.
You just fronting, like you just saying.
But your mom was a black girl.
right,
She's a
but
black
he
woman.
just prefers to.
Ricardo's a different breed.
He's like, nah. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this with this, and I'm like, I realize.
So what's his type? White or Spanish?
Anything but black.
Wow. I don't think I've ever
Anything but black.
encountered a black man that says that they don't like black women.
Yeah.
I've
So-
never
Yeah.
I haven't
Ricardo's the one in the
And
million.
he stands on it.
He stands on that.
Stand
Wow.
and he will
fight to the death
fight
to
to the
him.
death. And I love him for it because he stands on it. So he doesn't like if a black girl's around, he doesn't like get away from it. He like, no, this is what I said. I'm gonna stand on it. So I give him that. But
and that's probably how I stand on that I'm dating and marrying black.
right. So
Like,
I'm
I'm
like,
rooting- like Issa said, I'm
if
rooting
y'all
for
can do
everyone.
that, and he can do that,
Then he
then,
can, it's literally preference. Like
preference,
everyone
yeah.
has a freedom of choice.
But that's the other issue. Like people have a problem with preference.
Yeah.
Like, why do you have a problem? This is what I like. Like
Right.
me
It's
personally.
me.
Like,
It's my life.
Yeah, like
how is me?
I don't like short girls. I like tall girls.
But how is
Yeah.
that affecting someone else
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
of what you like?
But I think it's because you trigger something in that person,
True.
and they are literally communicating their trauma to you. Like,
And
yo,
it's
bro,
always a thing too.
take yourself out of it. This is what I like.
This is because even
know?
what you said about your friend that triggered me.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or like
yeah.
like the big thing in the Haitian community is like colorism. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out
I
to DJ
hate
OK.
it so much,
Shout out to DJ
yo.
OK. DJ
Oh,
OK
that's
was
my
called.
hey Caleb.
Yeah. Really?
That's my homie.
That's
I
what's
go,
up.
I go, you know, Haitian community in
Yeah.
Jersey's small. You probably know it.
So,
A lot
you know,
of
DJ OK is like one of my closest friends, and like I've seen him call out bands for promoting light skinned women in the front line of like doing the backup singing versus the dark skinned women.
Yeah.
And he go hard for dark skin. His wife was, dark skinned. So he was calling them out, and I'm like, Yeah, we have some real issues.
And I hate that that's a problem.
You know. Yeah.
I hate that that's a problem because, like, as me
Shelly,
being
Shelly had a situation.
What?
You had somebody come up to you and said, "Oh, I only date this type of girl."
Oh yeah, like
tell the story.
But I can say the name.
No, we don't gotta say the name.
I can say the
Tell the
name.
story.
like I was we were at an event. I think it was a pool party. I was at a pool party and I was literally, this was my first time having a conversation with them, and I'm like introducing myself. And they're like, "Oh yeah, you're very pretty. Like, I only like light skinned girls. My girlfriend's light skinned." And my face was just like, what? And to me, like, ever since I was a kid, like, it was always a thing. Like, people always used to be like, "Oh, you're light skinned, you don't look Haitian," or "You're light skinned, you look this, you look that." I'm just like, God gave me something that I don't care about. I do not care about being light skinned
at all.
What I wanted was some nice curly hair with some blue eyes, and I did not get that.
And I literally,
like, people be making it think like, "Oh, you light skin, you think this." No, I do not. Like, I don't know about you, Shellz, because, you know, we light skin sisters out here, but
yeah,
I really do not care about the light skin. Like, some people, they be using the soap to get lighter.
Oh, that's like in like Nigeria and Jamaica.
Yeah.
Girl, Haitian
82.
doing it now too.
What?
My cousin don't turn light skin. I went up on her. I didn't even know it was her.
Hey yo,
But yeah, the light skin thing to me, even to this day, like, is really not, like, I know some people make like big emphasis on it. I really, ever since I was a kid, I definitely did not care about it.
I don't think I've dealt with direct colorism.
Really?
I don't think I've never.
I've had. And
Really?
it's
Like,
not
never?
fun.
Like, nobody
has ever made any comments
comments?
about me being light skinned.
I think for me, I was around like dark skinned people, and then they made a comment. I'm just like, I feel uncomfortable because that's not how I think. So, like, you need to restate the statement. But I always pointed it out though. I was just like, I don't think like that, so people could know, like, no, I'm not really.
But also, my sister is really light skinned.
Yeah, your sister's white.
So she would get all the
Your sister is white.
The colorism.
Yeah.
And Vlad
is brown skin.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm the lightest though, because, like, even the other day I brought my mom to get her nails done, and my mom's not like light, so my nail tech, I'm friends with her, and we're walking down. She's like, "Shelly, where you get your color from? Because your mom not light skinned, so your dad must be light skinned." I'm like, "No, my parents both are not light skinned." So honestly, I don't know who I got my light skin from, but I'm the lightest in my family. So
honestly,
I think I'm adopted.
The reason why I'm light skinned probably wasn't consensual.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me stop.
Oh, okay now.
I cannot stand you. You got a few couple light skins in your family.
Yeah, it's a couple of us. My grandma, we get it from her side.
Definitely. How is she?
She's doing really well.
I haven't seen her in a while.
She's lit. She's 92.
Nah, her grandmother, she 92.
Yeah, and she.
Oh my god. She the life of the party, yo.
Literally,
that lady.
And she's still the same.
I haven't seen her in a minute. She hasn't been coming to church. I've been going to first service. Nah, she's a cute little one, yo. She's
hold up, because like I have to like all my non-Haitian friends, the number one comment they make about my grandmother is like, "Oh my god, your grandmother's so cute." I'm like, yo, she's not a puppy.
She's not a puppy, son.
She's not a puppy.
Stop treating my grandmother like that.
Nah, she looked the same. Like, ever since I was a kid, her appearance has not changed.
Yeah, she looks the same.
She's short. She's not like tiny, but she's like average height, glasses. She could walk a room.
Yep.
She'll let her presence know. She be saying hi to everybody. Like, she carry her own. Like, from when I was a kid,
and she's still the same way.
I've had the same image. She has not changed, not one bit. That's a beautiful woman right there. Shout out to the OG. There's two of them left. Well, no, it gotta be a little bit more. No, it's three. Manase, Semanase, Sejera.
There's people from MOC watching this.
Nah, some of them.
Hi, MOC.
Hey guys.
Not really, not much, but they gonna know who MOC is by the end of this.
Listen,
That'll be fine. That'll be all right.
I'm an original MOC.
Original.
Listen,
but anything else, guys? This was good.
Oh, this was really good.
Yeah, racism.
Racism. Yo, honestly, all right. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Take the floor.
So I've been kind of thinking about like how black people or black women, we just have it so hard because of nepotism and white men, and like where we should be in our careers, we still gotta like jump through hurdles,
Right.
and it's just been pissing me off.
That's why that I'm upset with the affirmative action shit, because I don't know why they even did that, but I'm like, it still doesn't solve the problem of legacy. Because the legacy white folks get to send their dumb ass spoiled rich kids to these nice schools who take a spot, and they're not even as good as somebody who can actually do work,
right.
who's actually smart enough. So I get what you're saying.
It's just,
100%.
like, even for me, like, I have 3 degrees.
3 degrees.
Literally.
She out
like,
here.
And I feel like I'm still...
Fellas, this is
Be
catch
mine.
over here.
I feel like I'm still, like, jumping through hurdles in my career.
Right.
Compared to, like, someone I know was, like... She's in a higher position than me, and she was like just telling me her life story. She was like, "Yeah, you know, I used to work at a pet shop, and then
What?
my you know, I was a stay-at-home mom, but like I did this, like I got my degree, and then you know, I worked at this agency for like 3 years, and yeah, then I did this, and now I'm here, and I'm just looking like seriously. Meanwhile, I've been working hard, and I'm not even there.
Right.
And I know we shouldn't compare ourselves to others, but it just be pissing me off.
Yeah, but if that's your spot, that's your spot.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. You got here because you know somebody.
Yeah. It's
Or your
literally-
daddy owns this, or you're this, or your mom sucked this guy's dick. Or whatever. It doesn't
Oh
matter.
my
Like,
gosh.
you got here how you got. I'm sorry, but
No,
that's
seriously.
how it works.
That's how it's
It really does work
and
that way.
I think that until that happened to me, like I
Yeah.
always knew it was real, but that happened to me. And
Now,
I'm
when
just like,
something happens to you, it hits.
Yeah, it's
hits
on.
different.
I worked at, like, before I worked at my job now at the railroad, I worked at T-Mobile for 15 years.
okay,
Somebody I trained, my second year I trained, became my DM in 3 years. But I wasn't trying to be a DM, but I had a friend who was trying to be a DM. Black
Okay.
like me. They made this nigga go through so many hoops. This white boy get a DM spot before he
Yeah,
does.
that's
Wow.
crazy.
And then
crazy.
when we did the research, we found out that the DM that we worked for, that was his brother-in-law.
wow,
So it was like, yo, like what are y'all
Yeah.
doing
wow,
here?
that's
Like,
crazy.
you think we stupid? Like, you think we dumb? You
That's
think,
the problem. They be
you think
thinking
it's
that we're
just
not gonna do our
You think it's
research.
400 years ago, or we didn't know what the fuck
Yeah.
was going on? Like, nah, we know what's going on. We know what's up.
It's just,
So it's
just
everywhere,
annoying.
man. It's annoying. It's bullshit. And then this, taking this affirmative action shit away and making shit harder, like that shit don't make no sense, man. And now we gotta compete against your cokehead son who's been.
Listen, I feel like we're never gonna get to a point where like we are completely
Yes.
not going through hurdles to
Literally.
do something.
Listen, let me tell
Because
you
even
something.
like with affirmative action and like EEO or EOF programs,
To girl.
EOF, my God.
that's like yeah,
I'm so old.
that's like literally. I mean, that's gonna end soon too.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Shit.
Most definitely.
Shout out to anybody in Florida, man. Get the fuck out of there.
Facts.
That is insane,
That's
yo.
insane. Yeah, like I said, I think. Why do I think all this stuff is happening today? I think these old white boys are panicking.
Most
Because-
definitely,
because
because we're
because
charging
we're catching up.
Yeah,
We're charging up. We're catching up. The internet.
it's teaching us
We
more than we
still
should.
have a gap.
Yeah.
But the internet made the gap a little smaller.
They're
'Cause we are
panicking
on
definitely.
things. We are on things. Every time somebody gets harassed by the police, getting overlooked at some job, or getting held back by some shit, posting the shit. And
Yeah.
like I said, I believe if I, because my mind wanders. I'm a Pisces, so my mind like leaves
Okay,
the
I'm
earth.
a Taurus.
Yeah, so
Earth and water.
exactly. So I leave
Yeah, got fire here.
I leave this place sometimes, but I think about things, and I'm like, I try to think about things ahead. I think, in my personal opinion, it's going to take some serious amount of violence for things to change. That's just my personal
Which is
opinion.
bad.
Which is crazy.
Which is
But
bad,
that's the only way that you're gonna get their
but violence
attention.
is the only way
I mean,
you
look
get
at
these people to
Montgomery Brawl.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Chairs was gone.
my God.
Chairs was gone.
Yo, so I just woke up one day and I'm on Instagram and I'm just like, what is going on? So I had to go on TikTok and I'm
We'll
watching
do
the
that as a
video.
current event. That shit's nice.
No, it's this guy that was swimming. For
Oh,
me.
I
Yo,
watched
he
it. I'm
got
just
in.
like,
He
nah, the
was-
swimming was immaculate.
That was
Like
immaculate.
my man was not letting up.
You know how in shape you gotta be
Girl.
to swim throughout that body of water and still throw hands
Still throw
and not be
hands.
tired.
Not be
It was
tired.
the half
That was
flip. My
beautiful.
man said,
That's it.
Oh, the half
it's
flip
just
was
a-
like,
let's go, baby.
and the
We need
memes,
help.
that 2 days worth of memes was.
We need help. Yeah.
I just
nah,
love
it
black
was
people.
the one that happened was there was like when I talk about the Boston team, I'm showing my kids this picture.
Facts.
It's a beautiful moment for black people to come together, and
That's just like
that's our potential. Like we just
Yeah.
saw what our potential is. We could do it. We
that
could definitely
reminded
do it.
me
We
of when they said that we was gonna get superpowers.
Oh my
did.
That was
We
hilarious.
Twitter
went,
was
through, we
on
went through
fire.
a lot of errors, yo.
A lot of errors,
A lot of
man.
errors.
A lot of errors. Was it Twitter or was it X? Whatever.
Nah, I didn't
Yeah.
download mine. Mine still say Twitter.
Really?
Oh, it does?
I didn't
X.
update it.
Yeah, mine's auto updates.
Oh no, I don't do auto update.
Yeah, mine's is auto update too.
So it's
my phone is reminding me every day that I need to update my phone, and I still didn't do it.
Well, it is what it is. Well,
this was fun.
This was great.
Very fun, yeah. You gotta come back. Gotta come back.
This was
You gotta bring your
fun.
co-host too. Bring your
Yes,
co-host too.
co-host.
You said, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, gotta bring it,
y'all gotta let me know in advance.
Yeah, in advance, definitely in advance. You
I'll
heard
try
that, Gene? In
I'll
advance.
try to get another mindful man in here.
That's gonna be very interesting.
This convo was all those convos were
Yeah, definitely.
This was
Definitely. It's a
really
great
good
episode.
topic.
Very great episode. So, I'm good. I have nothing to conclude.
Last word. Let's do something.
Last
we haven't
words?
done that in a while.
Stay black. Don't compromise your non-negotiables. Stick to your plan. And just keep going. You know, I know some people get down on themselves, and you know, we're starting to get, you know, the seasons are going to begin. So don't go into that depressional seasonal state. You know, get yourself out, go out, see things, see the world, converse with people. You know, it's cool to isolate yourself sometimes, but sometimes you need to get out, be around your people, be around your family, especially around love. Like people who love you, people who fuck with you, who love you, be around them. It's going to make you a better person. You know, this is coming from a person who goes in his hole and just stays there. And trust me, it's cool for a little bit, but you got to come out that shell. So that's it. Maybe that's it.
Throws hat.
That's it.
That was good.
Go ahead, Shellz. Give us some
Give us
deep.
something deep.
We all going.
Okay. So when we're talking about relationships, I would say what you want exists. Don't feel like you have to settle. Also, black women, we're dominating the workspace, entrepreneurship, and black men, we gonna always love y'all and hold y'all down. Y'all may have to catch up, but it's okay, because there's certain things that we gain that you lack and vice versa. And we could teach each other. What else did we talk about today?
A lot.
Interracial dating. If you want to date black, date black. If you want to date...
Oh, the friendships too.
Oh.
Genuine friends.
Oh, yeah, genuine friends. It's hard to find. Stick with your A1 day ones. Definitely network, because you never know who you sitting next to. That was like probably the best advice I've ever gotten. So once you make it to the level that you want to make it, those are the people that need to be in your circle. And those are the people that you need to hire. Also, there's a lot of free information out there.
Free game. So
definitely tap into that. If you're not a reader, listen to an audiobook, watch a documentary, find a YouTube channel. And
All that.
Give
Your personal IG and your podcast IG.
Okay, so my personal IG is I_5URELYREJOICE. I surely rejoice. Hopefully I have the...
You will. We're going to try to finesse that.
I will try.
We're working on that.
I'm a work in progress. That's all I can tell you. But I got you, though.
And my podcast is the Millenniher Podcast.
There we go.
We are the like-minded bosses we are the blueprint for like-minded bosses on the rise. We talk about everything from mental health to social justice. My co-host is a mother, so she drops gems on motherhood. We had past episodes about polyamory, about traveling.
Polyamory.
We actually just celebrated 5 years, so go check that out. Follow us on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So, and be on the lookout, because we got some news that we're dropping soon.
Nice.
Period.
Nice.
My last words is stay true to yourself. You know what you like. You know what you want. You know what you're aiming for. Don't let anybody try to dim your light or try to tell you what to do. Whatever you want to do that makes you happy, do it. And on that note, Shellz having fun with it.
Listen.
And on that note, thank you guys for watching. This is Hypothetically Podcast. I'm your co-host, Shelly.
And I'm your other co-host, J-23.
And I'm the special guest,
There we
Shellz.
go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys for watching.
Cheers. Even though I have nothing in my